we think it's already out?
And the genie's certainly poking its head out.
The AGI, the idea of artificial general intelligence, given what you now are working on yourself, and you know how easy or hard it is to train, to create the inferences, to create the weights. I hope I'm not getting too far in the weeds of just how this works, but those are the basics behind the software end of this.
Oh my God.
You know, all these weights, they're just basically numbers in a comma-separated value file. And that's our digital God, a CSV file. Not that funny. But that's kind of literally what it is. So I think it's coming pretty fast, you know.
But is that, I mean, you famously have admitted to overstating how quickly things will happen. But how quickly do you think this will happen?
If you say smarter than the smartest human at anything,
yep.
It may not be then quite smarter than all humans, all machine-augmented humans, you know, because people have got computers and stuff.
Augmented humans.
If you say smarter than any, you know, can write as good a novel as, say, J.K. Rowling, or discover new physics, or invent new technology, I would say that we are less than 3 years from that point.
Hard to know.
Let me ask you a question about XAI and what you're doing. And because there's an interesting thing that's different, I think, about what you have relative to some of the others, which is you have data, you have information, you have all of the stuff that everybody in here has put on the platform to sort through. And I don't know if everybody realized that initially. What is the value of that?
The value?
Yeah, I mean, data is very important. You could say data is probably more valuable than gold.
But then maybe you have actually, maybe you have more, maybe you have the gold in X in a different way. In a way, again, that I don't know if the public appreciates what that means.
Don't you have all the data already?
Yes. X is the, might be the single best source of data.
Do not do that.
I mean, it is, there are more, you know, links that go to, people click on more links to X than anything else on Earth. Sometimes people think Facebook or Instagram is a bigger thing, but actually there are more links to X than anything. There's public information, you can Google it.
Okay, let me ask you
so it is where you would find what is happening right now on Earth at any given point in time. The whole OpenAI drama played out, in fact, on
pollution
the X platform.
lineup.
So it is one of the, it's not, there, you know, Google certainly has a massive amount of data, so does Microsoft. So it's not like, but it is one of the best sources of data.
Can I ask you an interesting IP issue, which I think is actually something I can say as somebody who's in the creator business and journalistic business and whatnot, where I care about copyright. So one of the things about training on data has been this idea that you're not going to train, or these things are not being trained on people's copyrighted information. Historically, that's been the concept.
Yeah, that's a huge lie.
Say that again?
Yes, with these AIs are all trained on copyrighted data, obviously.
So you think it's a lie when OpenAI says that this is not, none of these guys say they're training on copyrighted data?
That's a lie.
It's a lie, straight up.
It's a straight up lie.
Okay.
100%. So obviously it's been trained on copyrighted data.
Okay, so let me ask you a second question, which is, all of the people who have been uploading...
I mean, it's like one every minute.
All of the people who have been uploading articles, the best quotes from different articles, videos to X, all of that can be trained on. And it's interesting because people put all of that there, and those quotes have historically been considered fair use, right? People are putting those quotes up there, and individually, on a fair use basis, you'd say, okay, that makes sense.
Use.
But now there are people who do threads, and by the way, there may be multiple people who've done, you know, an article that has 1,000 words. Technically, all 1,000 words could have made it onto X somehow. And effectively, now you have this remarkable repository. And I wonder how you think about that again, and how you think the creative
Data
community
bank.
and those who were the original IP owners should think about that.
I don't know, except to say that by the time these lawsuits are decided, we'll have digital God. So ask digital God at that point. These lawsuits won't be decided before in a time frame that is relevant.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think we live, there's that, I don't know if it's actually a real Chinese saying or not, but may you live in interesting times.
Right.
Apparently not a good thing. But I would prefer to, personally, I would prefer to live in interesting times. And we live in the most interesting of times. I think, for a while there, I was like really getting demotivated and losing sleep over the threat of AI danger. And then I finally sort of became fatalistic about it and said, well, even if I knew annihilation was certain, would I choose to be alive at that time or not? And I said I probably would choose to be alive at that time because it's the most interesting thing, even if there's nothing I could do about it. So then, basically, sort of a fatalistic resignation helped me sleep at night because I was having trouble sleeping at night because of AI danger.
What his dreams accomplish.
Now, what to do about it? I mean, I've been the biggest, the one banging the drum the hardest, by far the longest, or at least one of the longest for AI danger, and these regulatory things that are happening. The single biggest reason they're happening is because of me.
Do you think they're ever going to get their arms around it? We talked to the vice president this afternoon. She said she wants to regulate.
They're getting regulated.
People have tried to regulate social media for years and have done nothing effectively.
Well, there's regulation around anything which is like a physical danger or a danger to the public. So like cars are heavily regulated, communications are heavily regulated, rockets and aircraft are heavily regulated. The general philosophy about regulation is that when something is a danger to the public, that there needs to be some government oversight.
Yes.
So I think, in my view, AI is more dangerous than nuclear bombs. And we regulate nuclear bombs. You can't just go make a nuclear bomb in your backyard.
Gotta see more.
I think we should have some kind of regulation with AI. Now,
A nuclear
this tends
bomb.
to cause the AI accelerationists to get up in arms because they think AI is sort of heaven, basically.
Heaven.
But you typically don't like regulation. You've pushed back on regulators for the most part in the world of Tesla and so many instances where we read articles about you pushing back on the regulators. I'm so curious why, in this instance, now you own one of those businesses.
Why AI though?
As I said a moment ago, one should not take what is viewed in the media as being the whole picture. There are literally hundreds, this is not an exaggeration, so there are probably 100 million regulations that my companies comply with.
100 million.
And there are probably 5 that we don't. And if we disagree with some of those regulations, it's because we think the regulation that is meant to do good doesn't actually do good.
But that's an interesting thing because
defying regulations.
But the question is, if there are laws and rules, whether the idea is that you're making the decision that the law and the rule shouldn't be the law and the rule, and then, right? Isn't?
No, I'm saying you're fundamentally mistaken, and it should be obvious that you're mistaken. My company's automotive is heavily regulated. We would not be allowed to put cars on the road if we did not comply with this vast body of regulation. Now, you could fill up the stage with literally, 6 foot high, with the regulations that you have to comply with to make a car. Would make you could have a room full of phone books. That's how big the regulations are. And if you don't comply with all of those, you can't sell the car. And if we don't comply with all the regulations for rockets or for Starlink, they shut us down. So in fact, I am incredibly compliant with regulations. Now, once in a while, there'll be something that I disagree with. The reason I would disagree with it is because I think the regulation in that particular case, in that rare case, does not serve the public good, and therefore I think it is my obligation to object to a regulation that is meant to serve the public good but doesn't. That's the only time I object. Not because I seek to object. In fact, I'm incredibly rule-following.
Let me ask you a separate question, a
believe
social
in the
media-related
rules.
question. We've been talking about TikTok today, ahead of the election.
Sure. TikTok is...
What do you think of TikTok? Do you think it's a national security threat?
I don't use TikTok.
Say that again? You don't?
I don't personally use it. But for people that, for teenagers and people in their 20s, they seem almost religiously addicted to TikTok. Some people
This is true.
will watch TikTok for like 2 hours a day. I stopped using TikTok when I felt the AI probing my mind, and it made me uncomfortable. So I stopped using it. And in terms of anti-Semitic content, I mean, TikTok is rife with that. It has the most viral anti-Semitic content by far.
But do you think the Chinese government is using it to manipulate minds of Americans?
No.
Is that something that you think we should worry about? I mean,
The
you have
Cultural
different states that are
Revolution?
trying to ban it.
I don't think this is
Are
a
they
some
cultural
Chinese government
Marxists?
plot. But it is the
So
TikTok
he-
algorithm is entirely AI powered, so it is really just trying to find the most viral thing possible. But it's what is going to keep you glued to the screen. That's it. Now,
I couldn't
on
take off
sheer
from
numbers,
15 seconds. It was girls.
there are on the order of 2
Pretty
billion Muslims
girls.
in the world, and I think
I
much
didn't like-
smaller number of Jewish people. For 20 million, something. It's many orders of magnitude fewer. So if you just look at content production, just on sheer numbers basis, it is going to be overwhelmingly anti-Semitic.
Let me ask you,
Just on a number.
let me ask you a political question.
Anti-Semitic.
And I've been trying to square this one in my head for a long time.
Yeah.
In the last 2 or 3 years, you have moved decidedly to the right, I think.
Have I?
Well, we can discuss this.
Have I?
I think that you have been espousing and promoting a number of Republican candidates and others. You've been very frustrated with the Biden administration over, I think, unions and feeling like they did not respect what you've created.
Well, I mean, without any doing nothing to provoke the Biden administration, they held an electric vehicle summit at the White House and specifically refused to let Tesla attend. This was in the first 6 months of the administration. And we inquired, we literally make more
Why?
electric cars than everyone else combined. Why are we not allowed? Why are you only letting Ford,
Cronies.
Chrysler, and UAW, and you're specifically disallowing us from the EV summit at the White House? We've done nothing to provoke them. Then Biden went on to add insult to injury and publicly said that GM was leading the electric car revolution. This was in the same quarter that Tesla made 300,000 electric cars and GM made 26. Does that seem fair to you?
So, but tell me this then. It doesn't seem fair. And I've asked repeatedly, you've probably seen me.
And by the way, I had a great relationship with Obama. So this is not a...
So, but then
I
there's
voted
this.
for Obama. I stood in hours for six.
My
I stood in line
arm.
for 6 hours to shake Obama's hand. Okay.
So, but
Dogs
so
are
let me
in.
just ask on a personal level. I can see it in your face. This hurt you personally.
And it hurt the company too. And it was an insult to, Tesla
hurt you
has
personally.
140,000 employees. Okay, of the half of them are in the United States. Tesla has created more manufacturing jobs than everyone else combined.
So let me ask this then. You've devoted at least the last close to 20 years of your life, if not more, to the climate change, trying to get Tesla off the ground, in part to improve climate. You talked about that
For when we do
A real
get
right-wing
energy.
motive is,
repeatedly.
God, far right, if
No,
anything.
I understand that. And then it's right.
Reverse psychology next level.
Well, no, but so here's then the question, which is how do you square the support that you have given? I believe you were at a fundraiser for Vivek Ramaswamy, for example, who says that
Yeah.
the climate issue is a hoax.
Climate's
Right.
a
I disagree with him
hoax.
on that.
But I would think that would be such a singular issue for you.
Bobby J
I would think
doesn't
that-
say
that
it's
the
a. He's a
climate issue is such
conspiracy
singular
theorist. He
issue
said
for you
it's
that
not a
actually
hoax.
It would disqualify almost anybody who didn't take that issue seriously.
We're gonna have to
Well, I haven't
hide this
endorsed anyone
winter.
for president. I mean, I wanted to hear what Vivek had to say because I think some of his things, some of the things he says, I think are pretty solid. You know, he's concerned about government overreach, about government control of information. The degree to which old Twitter was basically a sock puppet of the government was ridiculous. So, you know, it seems to me that there's a very severe violation of the First Amendment in terms of how much government control, how much control the government had over old Twitter, and it no longer does. So, you know, there's a reason for the First Amendment. The reason for the First Amendment for freedom of speech is because the people that immigrated to this country came from places where there was not freedom of speech, and they were like, you know what, we got to make sure that that's constitutional, because where they came from, if they said something, they'd be put in prison, or they'd be, you know, something bad would happen to them. So, and freedom of speech, you have to say, when is it relevant? It's only relevant when someone you don't like can say something you don't like, or it has no meaning.
We're going this way.
And as soon as you sort of, you know, throw in the towel and concede to censorship, it is only a matter of
She's
time before
finally
someone censors
researching.
you.
I'm gonna let her research.
And that is
If we can
why
get that
we
hard,
have the First
she can upgrade to a different.
Could you see yourself
rank.
voting for President Biden? If it's a Biden-Trump election, for example?
A rematch.
I think I would not vote for Biden.
You'd vote for Trump.
I'm not saying I'd vote for Trump, but I mean,
I wouldn't vote for Biden. No.
this is definitely a difficult choice.
Company.
Yeah, you know.
Would you vote for Nikki Haley? Nikki Haley, by the way, wants all social media
Nikki Haley.
names to be exposed, as you know.
No, I think that's
Good.
outrageous. Yeah, no.
Bad, I mean.
I'm not going to vote for some pro-censorship candidate.
Pro-censor? That's censorship?
You have to
Revealing your name?
you know, consider that
Can I have
there's
a
a lot of wisdom
pseudonym on that?
in these amendments.
You're
you
so
know,
afraid
in
of
the
them.
Constitution.
Just say it with your name.
You know, a lot of these
Who
things
cares?
that we take for granted here in the United States that don't even exist in Canada. There's no constitutional right to freedom of speech in Canada. So, you know, it's not, and there's no Miranda rights in Canada. People think you know, you have the right to remain silent. You don't actually in Canada. So, you know, I'm half Canadian. I can say these things off both. But you know, so
We're kind of special.
You just got
Are we?
the freedom of speech is incredibly important. Even when people and like I said, it's actually especially important. In fact, it is only relevant when people you don't like can say things you don't like.
And do you think right now that
they're meaningless?
You think right now the Republican candidates or the Democrats are more inclined? I mean, this is where you go to, I assume, to
0 for 2.
to woke
Good
and
job,
anti-woke
Squid.
and the mind virus issue that you've talked
That's really
about.
good at talking
Which
to.
party do you think is more pro freedom of speech, given all the things you've seen?
Yeah.
Because we also see, you know,
Yes.
DeSantis, you know, preventing people from reading certain things. Maybe you think that's correct.
No. Look, we actually are in an odd situation here where, on balance, the Democrats appear to be more pro-censorship than the Republicans.
Isn't that
It used to be the opposite.
crazy?
It used to be, you know, the left position was freedom of speech.
Now it's
know,
prevent the
I believe at one point,
disinformation, the dissemination of
the ACLU even
disinformation.
defended the right of someone to claim that they were Nazi or something like that, you know? So, like, there really were, like, the left was, freedom of speech is fundamental. And, I mean, my at least perception, perhaps it isn't accurate, is that
See if they'll eat that hay.
pro-censorship is more on the left than the right. We certainly get more
Doesn't it
complaints
feel
from
that
left than
way?
right, put it that way. But my aspiration for the X platform is that it is the best source of truth, or the least inaccurate source of truth. And well, you know, I don't know if you will believe me or not, but I think honesty is the best policy, and I think that the truth will win over time. And we've got this great system, and it's getting better, called Community Notes, which is fantastic. I think at correcting falsehoods.
Do you like
or
Community
adding context.
Notes?
In fact, we make a point of not removing anything, but only adding context. Now, that context could include that this is completely false, and here's why. And no one is immune to this. I'm not immune to it. Advertisers are not immune to it. In fact, we've had Community Notes, which has caused us.
Does the community get to make notes?
Advertising revenue.
That'd be
If
cool.
a community note, if there's false advertising, the community note will say, "This is false," and here is why. I mean, there's one specific example that is public knowledge, so I'll mention it, which is at one point Uber had this ad which said "Earn like a boss," and it was community noted. If by boss you mean $12.47 an hour. This did cause at least a temporary suspension of advertising from Uber.
I got to ask you a question that might make everybody in the room uncomfortable or not uncomfortable. It goes to the free speech issue. The New York Times company and the New York Times newspaper, it appeared over the summer to be throttled.
What did?
The New York Times.
We do require that that everyone has to buy a subscription, and we don't make exceptions for anyone. And I think if I want the New York Times, I have to pay for a subscription, and they don't give me a free subscription.
Damn.
So I'm not going to give them a free subscription.
But were you throttling the New York Times relative to other news organizations, relative to everybody else? Was it specific to the Times?
They didn't buy a subscription. By the way, it only costs like $1,000 a month. So if they just do that, then they're back in the saddle.
But you are saying that it was throttled.
No, I'm saying.
I mean, was there a conversation that you had with somebody who said, "Look, you know, I'm unhappy with the Times. They should either be buying the subscription, or I don't like their content, or whatever."
Any organization that refuses to buy a subscription is not going to be recommended.
But then, what does that say about free speech? And what does that say about amplifying
free speech is not
certain
exactly
voices?
free. It costs a little bit.
Right, but that's it. But that's an interesting.
You know, it's like in South Park where they say, you know, freedom isn't free. It costs $1.05 or whatever. But it's pretty cheap. Okay. It's low cost freedom.
I got one more question for you. You're headed back to Texas after this to launch the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big launch. But I wanted to ask you right now, more broadly, just about the car business and what you see actually happening. And specifically, the government put in place lots of policies, as you know, to try to encourage more EVs. And one of the things that's happened uniquely is you have now a lot of car companies saying, actually, this is too ambitious for us. These plans are too ambitious. 4,000 dealers, I don't know if you saw just yesterday, sent a letter to the White House saying, this has gone too far. You're going too far. You had this
anti-EV.
This is going too fast, too far, and that there's not enough demand.
Too far. You've gone too far. You've crossed the Petersonian line. You've gone too far.
Bought into they bought into with your company, but they haven't bought into it broadly enough.
This company's gone too far.
If you make a compelling electric car, people will buy it. No question about it. I mean, electric car sales in China are gigantic. That's by far the biggest category.
Right.
And I think that would be the case. You know, I mean, it's worth noting. So probably the best refutation of that is that the Tesla Model Y will be the best-selling car of any kind on Earth this year. Of any kind.
Things do a good job.
I think the Chinese car companies are extremely competitive. By far, our toughest
Baby
competition
crying
in
all
China.
the time.
So
Making everybody upset.
I mean, there's a lot of people who out there who think like the top 10 car company is going to be Tesla, followed by 9 Chinese car companies. I think they might not be wrong. So
animals are getting fed.
China is super good at manufacturing.
The calf's in that bowl is anyway.
So
everybody else is doing their best.
You know, like if we consider different leagues of competitiveness at Tesla, we consider the Chinese league to be the most competitive. And by the way, we do very well in China because our China team is the best China.
How worried are you that the unionization effort that just took place I shouldn't say effort, but the new wages and the like at GM and Ford that they're coming for you?
They're coming
they are
for
coming
me?
for you. What is that going to mean to you and your business?
Well, I think it's generally not good to have an adversarial relationship between people on the line, you know, one group at the company and another group. In fact, I disagree with the idea of unions, but perhaps for a reason that is different than people may expect, which is I just don't like anything which creates kind of a lords and peasants sort of thing. And I think the unions naturally try to create negativity in a company and create a sort of lords and peasants situation. There are many people at Tesla who have gone from working on the line to being in senior management. There is no lords and peasants. Everyone eats at the same table. Everyone parks in the same parking lot. You know, at GM, there's a special elevator only for senior executives. We have no such thing at Tesla. You know, and the thing is that I actually know the people on the line because I worked on the line and I walked the line and I slept in the factory and I worked beside them.
Slept in the factory? Oh my God.
So
I know
I'm no
them.
stranger to them.
I know them.
And there are actually many times where I've said, well, can't we just hold a union vote? But apparently a company is not allowed to hold a union vote. So it has to be somehow called for, but the unions can't do it. So I said, well, let's just hold a vote and see what happens. The actual problem is the opposite. It's not that people are trapped at Tesla building cars. The challenge is how do we retain great people to do the hard work of building cars when they have like 6 other opportunities that they can do that are easier. That's the actual difficulty. Is
6
that
other
cars is hard work,
opportunities that they could do.
And there are much easier jobs. And I just want to say that I'm incredibly appreciative of those who build cars, and they know it. You know, so there's I don't know, maybe there will be unionized. If I say, like, if Tesla gets unionized, it will be because we deserve it and we failed in some way.
Baby puppy has grown up and become a child. She's now old enough to do the following work: patience, bed rest, child care, basic, haul, clean. Children can do various types of work as they get older. They become able to do more work types. They also can do various child-specific recreational activities like drawing on the floor. Children need to wear specific child-size apparel. All right. Baby has become a follower of our ideology. By tradition, Puppy, born of Cait and dog, is a colonist, but exceptions can be made. Should Puppy remain a colonist? Enslaver. Postpone. Why would I postpone? Make her a colonist. It's 3 years old. Wait, not any baby here? Give her a romper? You think? A romper and then a burqa, because it's winter. It costs 30. What should we make it out of? Fox fur, good choice. And kids Perka, it's 40. Have to be the light leather. Oh, heavy fur. We have heavy fur. What are you doing? You went in a daze. Consuming kibble. Drink the milk. We really eat that out of food. Okay. Should we fight the Bomo herd? They'll all attack me. And they explode if they get close to me. Let's go fight the Megasoth and the bear. That'll be plenty. Dog, what are you doing? Nothing. Squids? No drugs. Why not? Because no one's crafting. Because you will never do it. Why? What is your problem? Incapable of cooking. Is that what's wrong? Honestly, I don't want you to go if you don't have to. Quiche, you're coming. Kalish, I mean. And Adam, you're coming too. You're not eating all that kibble shit. Let's go get some food. Alright, Elon. So Elon's like really nice to the factory workers. He slept in the factory.
Other opportunities that they can do that are easier. That's the actual difficulty. Is that building cars is hard work, and there are much easier jobs. And I just want to say that I'm incredibly appreciative of those who build cars, and they know it.
And they know it.
You know, so
We'll have to ask him.
there's I don't know, maybe there will be
it seems
unionized.
so nice.
If I say, like, if Tesla gets unionized, it will be because we
nice.
deserve it and we failed in some way. But we certainly try hard to, you know, ensure the prosperity of everyone. We give everyone stock options.
Ensure prosperity.
We've made many people who are just working the line, who didn't even know what stocks were, we've made them millionaires. So
We're going to run out of time. Final
That's
couple
me.
quick questions.
But
When do you
not a
have the
millionaire.
time to tweet or to post?
Take your money and put
I
it
actually
in
think
these
about it all the time.
stocks.
As I
You'll
said,
be a
I use it.
millionaire.
bathroom sometimes.
I use it all the time. Meaning,
That's
if we were to
nice.
open up our phones and look at the
Growth
screen time,
moment for puppy.
what does yours look like?
Use the biological age of 3 experience.
Well,
growth
about every
moment.
3 hours,
She can do
I
basic
make a trip
Hall
to
of
the laboratory.
And that's the only time you do this? Seems like you're on there a lot.
No, I mean, there'll be like brief moments between meetings. I mean, it's not, obviously I have like 17 jobs, so, you know, and no, I guess technically it's work at this point.
It is, but I'm thinking just in terms of your mind share. I mean, by the way, there's a lot of people who should be working who are on
Yeah,
this app.
technically posting on Twitter or X is work. It does count as work. So that's, you know. there's that.
Really?
But no, I mean, I think I'm on, well, I guess usually probably I'm on for longer than I think I am.
But I know, but do you think that's 5 hours a day,
If you
4
look
hours?
at the screen time of like number of hours per week, sometimes that's a scary number. It's probably, I don't know, it's a little over an hour a day or something like that.
Just an hour a day.
Just.
If we really looked at this together, do you have your phone with you?
Yeah?
He doesn't
wanna
believe
look?
him.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Screen time. Hit
Yeah,
general.
screen time. Sometimes this is a scary number, but
I know. That's why I thought.
I just got a new phone, so I think this is not accurate because it says it's 1 minute. Pretty sure it's more than that. Wait, it's over the week. There we go.
Yeah, go to the week.
Yeah, okay, so it's still wrong. It's more than 4 minutes. I just got a new phone, so this is not accurate. It literally says 4 minutes.
New phone. Tim Cook's into that phone?
New phone, who does? Yeah.
I should ask, by the way, because I just mentioned Tim Cook. Do you feel like you're going to have a battle with him eventually? Is that the next
We're gonna
fight?
have to have a battle
over
with
the
Tim
App Store?
Cook.
The idea of making a phone. Oh, a phone. What do you
Yeah,
mean, like?
sorry.
No.
App Store?
Over the App Store. Did you ever make a phone? Sam
I
Altman's
have to go
apparently
to
thinking about making
your
a phone.
store
Johnny
to
Ive.
buy and download anything.
I don't think there's a real need to make a phone. I mean, if there's a essential need to make a phone, I'll make a phone. But I got a
You
lot of
already
fish to
have
fry.
phones.
So,
You don't need another
I
phone.
mean, I do think there's a fundamental
Good job,
challenge that
smart
phone makers
Elon.
have at this point because you've got basically a black rectangle. How do you make that better?
So do you want to do that? What does that look like in Elon's head?
No, that's literally, yeah, good phrase. In the head, Neuralink.
Well, there we go. We need to touch that before it's
Oh.
over.
The best interface would be a neural interface directly to your brain. So that would be a Neuralink.
How far away do you think from that, and how excited or scary does that seem to be? And we read these headlines, obviously, about monkeys who
what?
died, as you know. What should we think about that?
Actually, this is the USDA inspector who came by the Neuralink facilities literally said in her entire career she has never seen a better animal care facility. We are the nicest to animals that
We're
you could
so
possibly be, even to the
nice.
rats and mice, even though they did the plague and everything.
We don't
So,
even hold it against them.
It is like monkey paradise.
They're like not ethical creatures, I think is what
So the thing that gets conflated is that there were some terminal monkeys where, this is actually several years ago, where the monkeys were about to die, and we're like, okay, we've got an experimental device. It's the kind of thing we should only put in a monkey that's about to die, and then, now the monkey died, but it didn't die because of the Neuralink. It died because it was, had a terminal case of cancer or something like that. So. Neuralink has never caused the death of a monkey. It's the best, unless they're hiding something from me, it has never caused the death of a monkey. And in fact, we've now had monkeys with Neuralink implants for like 2-3 years, and they're doing great.
Somebody needs power.
So, and we've even replaced the Neuralink twice, and we're getting ready to do the first implants in hopefully in a few months. The early implementations of Neuralink, I think, are unequivocally good. Speaking of the double-edged sword, I think these early implementations are single-edged sword because the first implementations will be to enable people who have lost the brain-body connection to a fundamental challenge that phone makers have at this point because you've got basically a black rectangle.
Why don't you have batteries?
How do you make that better?
It's the
You
solar
want to do that? What
flare.
does that look like in Elon's head?
No, that's literally, yeah, good phrase. In the head, Neuralink.
Well, there we go. We need to touch that before it's over.
The best interface would be a neural interface directly to your brain.
Wow.
So that would be a Neuralink.
How far away do you think from that, and how excited or scary does that seem to
I
be?
can't
We
wait
read
to
these
get away from my
headlines,
phone.
obviously, about
Well, let me prove my
monkeys who died,
identity by
as you
pulling
know.
my phone out of my
What do you
bag,
think about that?
which I definitely have on me.
Actually, the USDA inspector who came by the Neuralink facilities literally said in her entire career she has never seen a better animal care facility. We are the nicest to animals that you could possibly be, even to
We're
the
nice to
rats and mice,
animals.
even though they did the plague and everything. It is like monkey paradise. The thing that gets conflated is that there
Kill the
were
bear
some
and the
terminal
Megasloth.
monkeys
That should
where,
be plenty.
this is actually several years ago,
Plus,
where the
animals are
monkeys were
starving.
about to die, and we're like,
Maybe I
okay,
should
we've got
let
an
'em out.
experimental device. It's the kind of thing we should only put in a monkey that's about to die, and then, now the monkey died, but it didn't die because of the Neuralink. It died because it was, had a terminal case of cancer or something like that. So.
I'll let the cows out. If maybe they can find
has never
food.
caused the death of a monkey.
If they run away.
Unless they're hiding something from me, it has never caused the death of a monkey. And in fact, we've now had monkeys with Neuralink implants for like 2-3 years, and they're doing great. So, and we've even replaced the Neuralink twice, and we're getting ready to do the first implants in hopefully in a few months. The early implementations of Neuralink, I think, are unequivocally good. Speaking of the double-edged sword, I think these early implementations are single-edged sword.
What do they do?
Because the first implementations will be
What does
to
it do?
enable people who have lost their brain-body connection.
A typewriter?
To be able to operate a computer or a phone faster than someone who has hands that work. So you can imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than someone who had full body functionality. How incredible that would be. Well, that's what this device will do. And we should have
like a
proof of
psychic
that in a human, hopefully in a few months. It already works in monkeys and works quite well with monkeys that can play video games just by thinking. So, and the next application after the sort of those, dealing with tetraplegics and quadriplegics is going to be vision. Vision is the next thing. So it's like if somebody has lost both eyes or the optic nerve has failed, basically where they have no possibility of having sort of some ocular correction, that will be the next thing for Neuralink is a direct vision interface. And in fact, then you could be like Geordi LaForge from Star Trek. You could see in like any frequency actually. You could see in radar if you want.
2 final questions, and then we're going to end this conversation, which I think has taken everybody inside the mind of Elon Musk today.
Not as well as Neuralink will.
It actually goes to self-driving cars and
what's
vision
in my
and
mind?
everything
Wanna
else.
see what it's like to be
I asked this
me?
question to Pete Buttigieg, Transportation Secretary. It's actually something you
What do you think
retweeted, so I wanted
it's
to ask
like
you the
inside
same question.
Elon's mind?
There's a big question about autonomous vehicles and the safety of them. But there's also a question about when it will be politically palatable in this country for people to die in cars that are controlled by computers, which is, say, we have 35,000, 40,000 deaths every year in this country.
Yeah.
If you could bring that number down to 10,000, 5,000, that might be a great thing. But do we think that the country will accept the idea that 5,000 people, that your family might have perished in a vehicle as a result not of a human making a mistake, but of a computer?
Yes. Well, first of all, humans are terrible drivers. So people text and drive, they drink and drive, they get into arguments, they do all sorts of things in cars that they should not do. So it's actually remarkable that there are not more deaths than there are. What we'll find with
I'm gonna go color naked in the freezer.
Probably an order of magnitude reduction in deaths. I think. And the U.S. has actually far fewer deaths per capita than the rest of the world. If you go worldwide, I think there's something close to 1 million deaths per year due to automotive accidents. So I think computer driving will probably drop that by 90% or more. It won't be perfect, but it'll be 10 times better.
And do you think that the public will accept that? Do you think the government will accept that?
Well, in large numbers, it will simply be so obviously true that it really cannot be denied.
And what do you think? I know we've talked about the timeline before, and I know people have criticized you for putting out timelines that may not have come true just yet.
That's good. We'll keep all the cows in here.
By the way, do you ever say to yourself, oh, I shouldn't have said that?
Sure, of course. Wait, I should have said that.
If you can get that harp done, Cait, I'll let you go death fast.
I mean, I'm optimistic about. I think I'm like naturally optimistic about timescales, and if I was not naturally optimistic, I wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing. I mean, I certainly wouldn't have started a rocket company or like a car company if I didn't have some sort of pathological optimism, frankly. As you pointed out, many people said they would fail, and in fact, I agreed with them. I said, yes, it probably will fail. And they're like, okay.
I know we can do this!
But I thought SpaceX and Tesla had less than a 10% chance of success when we
Yeah,
started.
like, we're never going to be able to do this.
So...
Yeah, but...
Yeah, anyway, but
think about how
the
far we'll
self-driving
get
thing
if we just pretend that we
I've
do.
been optimistic about it. We've certainly made a lot of progress. If anybody has tried...
Probably not as far as that we had a real plan.
Self-driving beta, the progress is, every year has been substantial. It's really now at the point where, in most places, it'll take you from one place to another with no interventions. And the data is unequivocal that supervised full self-driving is somewhere around 4 times safer, or maybe more, than just human driving by themselves. So I can certainly see it coming. Actually, really,
but do you think it's another 5 or 10 years? I mean, people say...
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
And do you feel like investors have invested in something that hasn't happened yet? Is that fair to them? And that's the other question people have about that.
Well, I mean, I think they've all, with rare exception, thought it wasn't happening. So they were investing, despite thinking... They're very clear that they don't think it's real. So they're not saying, oh, we just believe everything Elon says, hook, line, and sinker. But the thing is that, I mean, I would be a fair criticism of me to say that I am late. But but I always deliver in the end.
I was 2 items in 24 hours.
I took note of this.
It
was November
11th,
and you took to Twitter and you wrote only 2 words.
She finished hard.
You said, amplify empathy.
Right.
I was taken aback by that. Keeping things with them. But there's also a question about when it will be politically palatable in this country for people to die in cars that are controlled by computers. Which is, say we have 35,000, 40,000 deaths every year in this country.
Yeah.
If you could bring that number down to 10,000, 5,000,
without understanding.
that might be a great thing.
Sure.
But do we think that the country will accept the idea that 5,000 people, that your family might have perished in a vehicle as a result not of a human making a mistake, but of a computer?
Yes. Well, first of all, humans are terrible drivers. So people text and drive, they drink and drive, they get into arguments, they, they do all sorts of things in cars that they should not do. So it's actually remarkable that there are not more deaths than there are. What we'll find with computer driving is, I think, probably an order of magnitude reduction in deaths. I think and the U.S. has actually far fewer deaths per capita than the rest of the world. If you go worldwide, I think there's something close to 1 million deaths per year due to automotive accidents. So I think computer driving will probably drop that by 90% or more. It won't be perfect, but it'll be 10 times better.
And do you think that the public will accept that? Do you think the government will accept that?
Well, in large numbers, it will simply be so obviously true that it really cannot be denied.
And what do you think? I know we've talked about the timeline before, and I know people have criticized you for putting out timelines that may not have come true just yet. But what do you think it is? And by the way, do you ever say to yourself, I shouldn't have said that?
Don't die on me.
Of course.
Okay, candle 3.
Wait, I should have said that.
Bam. Candle 4.
So, yeah. I mean, I'm optimistic about. I think I'm like naturally optimistic about timescales, and if I was not naturally optimistic, I wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing. I certainly wouldn't have started a rocket company or like a car company if I didn't have some sort of pathological optimism, frankly. As you pointed out, many people said they would fail, and in fact, I agreed with them. I said, yes, it probably will fail, and they're like, okay. but I thought SpaceX and Tesla had less than a 10% chance of success when we started them.
Damn.
So, yeah.
He's a businessman. He knows
the
all this
self-driving
stuff.
thing I've been optimistic about it.
Oh my
We've
God.
certainly made a lot of progress. If anybody has tried, has been using the sort of full self-driving beta, the progress is, every year has been substantial. It's really now at the point where in most places it'll take you from one place to another with no interventions. And the data is unequivocal that that supervised full self-driving is somewhere around 4 times safer, or maybe more, than just a human driving by themselves. So I can certainly see it coming. Actually, really,
But do you think it's another 5 or 10 years? I mean, people say...
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
And do you feel like investors have invested in something that hasn't happened yet? Is that fair to them? And that's the other question that people have about that.
Well, I mean, I think
trade,
with rare exception, thought it wasn't happening. So they were investing in, despite thinking, they're very clear that they don't think it's real. So they're not saying, oh, we just believe everything Elon says, hook, line, and sinker. But the thing is that, I mean, I would be a fair criticism of me to say that I am late, but it isn't. But I always deliver in the end.
Let me ask you the final question. I took note of this. It was November 11th, and you took to Twitter and you wrote only 2 words.
I don't see the fucking
You
heart.
said, amplify empathy.
Right.
Went through all the
I was
things.
taken back by that, given all the things that have been going on in the world. Do you remember what you were thinking?
Well, I think it's quite literally.
I understand it, but what was going on? Why did you write that?
Well, I was encouraging people to amplify empathy. Literally. I tend to be quite literal.
But was there something that had happened that you had seen that you said to yourself, I want to say that?
I think I was talking to some friends, and we all agreed that we should try to amplify empathy, and so I wrote amplify empathy.
If you wanted an unvarnished look inside the mind of Elon Musk, I think you just saw it.
Look, sometimes it's pretty simple, you know.
Elon Musk, thank you very, very much for the conversation.
Right.
Only word.
Appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here, take that with you for a second.
Hearts can only be made from wood?
I'm just going to say a thank you to everybody who stuck around for what has been a remarkable...
Okay, thanks, Elon.
What does it mean?
Hungry hitched animal. You're free. Go find food anywhere you can. A raid. A group have arrived nearby. They're attacking immediately. Oh my god. There's 11 of them. We have no gear for squid. Do we have any drugs for him? Go do some flake. Wake up. Khalees, you can stand here. Madam, same with you. Go smoke some flake. Cait, this will be the last thing you have to do before you death rest. They're gonna go around. They're not gonna attack immediately. No, they are. Smoking some flake before the fight. Squid, I'm not sure what to do with you. I'll have you here, but I'm not sure you should be fighting. Puppy. Cait's space is not really safe enough. How about last retreat? Go hang out in here. Anything you do in here is fine. I probably have to be right back. Maui? What are you doing? Maui. And Louie pull up like a cop car. Okay, puppy. You got this 3-year-old girl running around. Get inside, we're being raided. Don't dig. Here they come, lining up. They got guns too. These boars yours? They following you? Zoe, I think you no defense at all. It looks like these boars are coming with. They're shooting you, Zoe. Unrestricted. You can run if you want to. They're fighting Zoe first, but she's running. You dumb idiots. You down. Dead in 8 hours already. Oh. Squid, go get him. Get him, actually. Quack. chase my... Where you at, Zoe? Zoe, where'd you go? Oh, you came inside to the heel. Smart animal. Smart animal. Couple gunshots, but just bleeding. Hit her in the stomach, no problem. Yeah, I need you to... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Dog, come up. Who's my doctor? Lynx, Madam, and Squid. Where is Lynx? Oh, she's wandering around. Madam, it's you. Capture him. Cait. Come up. Go haul this if you can. Dog got shot. Kalish. Who's more than 6 hours? 4 hours. Get him first if you can. Kalish, can you heal? No. Just capture him. Well, here's what we're gonna do. Kalish, you capture 6 hour and gonna die. And Cait, you capture 4 hour gonna die. Trev, no, Cait, actually. Go for the kills. There's 2 running away. We're not gonna let him get away like that. Squids, you should be healing this man. Tending to him, perfect. Tending to him with what? At least. I think he'll be fine with that. Well, I don't know. I think he'll be fine with that. Just heal him with that. Oh, shit, dog. Let's go with Cait. Let these guys get away. Go at 69%. Madam. Pick up the 3. Wyatt dead in 6 hours. Why don't you tend to him right now? Here. Who do we want more? He's a trafficker. 9 melee. This guy would be better. But she probably... Child spy chef. But she probably... I'm gonna kill them both. Let's get the one... Oh... Headshot... Oh, come on. Stun him. Now kill Rush. You think you can escape? Trev's dead in 3 hours. Dog. Do you have any medicine experience? No. Capture him in Gaul, you probably won't make it. Squids. Okay, that's fine. What about Shell? One of these guys ain't gonna make it. I just don't know who. Cait, you are a beast. Oh, she's 4 hours leg cut off. I'll capture you. I don't know if these guys are gonna make it. Madam, I want you to switch. He fine now. You go heal this guy. You know, no, with medicine. And heal him with the best medicine we got. He just got hurt by a trap. He might be able to be picked up. Oh, why can't I pick? Draft. Do you have it, the medicine? No. Tend. Just tend to him. We'll see. We'll see how far they get. Who can heal? Anybody who can heal should. Lynx is out of the game. It's just Madam and who? Squids. I don't know if these guys are gonna make it. Squids, after you're done with him, you gotta go heal somebody else. You'll be fine. Go heal Faye. He also got caught in a trap. Alright, let's see if he worth. Maybe not worth. Khalees, you can't do it either. Puppy, you can't do it either. It's on you, Squids. You gotta decide. Do you want FaZe? She working hard on this guy. I think we'll save him. I think we'll save him. I don't know about FaZe. Tin and social. Trev. Maybe we'll try to save Trev. And Cait, who are you holding? Sorry, I cut your leg off. 8 in social, 11 in cooking. The child spy. These are the two I really want. Maybe FaZe will let you go. Go get Wit. Squids, come out here, pick up the medicine. And go see if you can get one of these two guys out here. The child spy or Trev. Okay, Cait, drop him. Squids. Tend to him. With medicine, right? Okay, good. 3 hours, leg cut off. Dog's bleeding. But the person he's got, I really want to. Tantrum puppy. Oh, what are you gonna do? Look at all these people dead, and she, the little girl, throwing a tantrum like we can help her. Oh! I healed him and he was running! Oh, I don't freaking think so, dog. As soon as I heal him, he gets up. He like, no! Man, Lynx, I wish she'd wake up. She can't heal, she's done. She might as well go death threats. Why are you fighting me? Get down. Oh, I don't know if we can heal him. Oh. Just in time. Capture him. He dead in 7 hours. Just beat up a little bit. Wit dead in 7. Faye dead in 3. I might not get the phase. He dead in 3 too. Charlene's a Marine. I'd rather have her. But Faze is a warrior too. The warriors are better citizens. The workers are better slaves. It's kind of like the class structure here. Call the Espada, they want a new leader. Oh man. Carry you over here. Meowie, I gotta carry him to the medicine. Meowie, you in my way, baby. Oh, madam, you gotta capture him then. Squids. Drop Trev. Pick up the medicine. Get 3. And then heal Trev. He dead in 2 hours. Oh, madam, you might want to go heal Faze if you can. Or Charlene. 5 hours. 2 hours. Do you think you can get there in time and save Charlene? Our Faze. I basically gave up on Faze, but now I think I might get him. Let's try to go save Faze. How's Bashat? 18 hours. Hopefully get him soon. Now go save Faze. Why without medicine? Save him with anything you can. We got the good stuff. Give him the good stuff. He did 6. Holy shit. We're trying to save everyone we can. We basically got their whole crew, I hope. We killed 2. They had a lot of people. Trev, the trafficker, he did in 1 hour. Heal him. 2 hours, baby. Get that torso. If I put one of these in here, it could technically be a prison, but I have to close the doors. It's just to get them in. Okay, I'll turn it into see that one guy get up and fight me some more? That was. See that one guy get up and fight me some more? That was when Dog's holding. I'm worried he might not make it. Dog's slow as shit. Okay, you got him, Trev. Squids, capture Trev. Okay, now I'm done here, and I'm gonna go heal him. What about Charlene? Gotta heal Charlene, right? This is my second healer, Squid, so I gotta pick right here. She got 4 hours. He got 17. He got 5. I'm hoping Madame can get him. He got 1. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna fucking make it. Why we go back to Faze? Like we can heal Faze. We never can heal Faze. This was a waste of time. This guy wasn't gonna make it. I should have given up on him from the beginning. Okay, turn around and heal Shirley. Trev's good. We got Trev. Squids. Go here. Capture. Oh, healer. He got hypothermia too. Minor. 23%. Who gonna heal this guy though? Lynx, wake up. Oh, alright dog, you can go. I'd rather you go lay down, please. Whatever. You're gonna die in 4 hours, but his wound should be, if they do the blood first, he'll be easy to heal. He's the one who got up and fought me. Raj. Raish. What should we do with Trav? Social inviter, he'd be good in the and really good with plants. He'd be good as a member. Farmhand, space trafficker, psychically dull. That might be good. Is mentally tough and won't break down under stresses that would crack normal people. Just like me. Guys, that was delayed. I mean, it seems sarcastic when you... Guys. Phase, we got one off. He's gonna die. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna give up on him. Don't give up on him. We healed 2 at a time. Dead in 0.8 hours. Phase, don't die on me. That was only the one in his lung. What about his other lung and his stomach and his right arm? This guy's done. He's done, madam. Go heal somebody who can heal. He said in 4 hours. Go heal him with your magic medicine. I'm sorry he didn't make it. Pick it up. Now go heal him. Phase didn't make it. Raj just did in 4-2. Bayonets did in 16. So we lost the one in captivity. The ones who got hit by the spikes are probably the harder ones to heal. She did in 16 hours. She good. You can take her out now. Capture her, squids. Oh, what the effing F? Capture. Take that gun if you have time. Going for wit. Dog, you're bleeding. Shivering from hypothermia. Everyone else is doing the right thing. Phase is the one we lost. Sorry, man. I tried to heal you. I gave up on you eventually. I can't. Both lungs, the stomach. Squid, you're gonna get Raj. Phase died, caused blood loss. He was in the spike. Ending the bows, no. In the chef. Why is this door left open? Because there's a shirt in it. Oh my god. Cait, there's suddenly a cell open. Why don't you go put him in it, please? Oh, for fuck's sake. Healing wit, that's good. He made it. Let's go back and heal Bosch. He's the only one left. Trev. I lost you, man. This is the attacking crew. I guess I shouldn't feel so bad there. The enemy. Got medicine. What's into him? You can take the other guy out. Okay. Strap him. And let's go ahead and butcher him right now. Who are you butchering? Who are you butchering? All the other dead guys. Okay, that's fine too. We must have killed 4 of them. Or maybe it's not. Let's go back to what you were doing. And we got 4. Oh, Trev was the one we got. We got Trev. Wit, Rahish, Bitosh, and Sharil. We gotta decide what to do with these guys. Hyper ideology, hyper ideology, hyper ideology. They're all a certain religion. Animal personhood, flesh purity. The human body should not be debased. Don't use drugs. Medical specialist unlocked. Nudists are good. Body purists are good. Body modifiers are bad. Raiders. This isn't a totally bad thing. Your religion is fine. You like yaks and sheep. They're venerated. That's fine too. You want ranged weapons. That's great. Let's see who's the most useful. The chef. You are a recruit. Trev. You're a recruit. Wit. You're a fighter. You might be a sacrifice. Bugantosh. You're the best one. You should be the recruit. And Charlene, you're the Marine. We can't have this many people. They're all fine. Sharil and Wit are probably best sacrifices, or blood. We should probably sell them for honor, or exact them, or make them full-fledged fighters. They're the most dangerous, so they're probably the ones we'll kill. Baish is the best one. Medieval doctor, 60 years old, pretty and psychically dull, male. Foreign construction, 5 in medical. That's the one we want. 11 in melee. The chef. I really want him. 8 in social, 11 in cooking. And maybe Cait could. Oh, it's not research. Oh, well, if he's cooking, she could research. And then Trev's got 10 in social. 9 in plants. We'll keep him. Wit, I'm not sure what to do with him. You definitely get raw food. Shellen, you're getting raw food. You can get lavish. You can get lavish and lavish. It'll make you happy. I'd like to move Butash to his own and move Wit to this one. Let me turn this off medical and to colonist, and then move him over here, and then I'll switch it around. Hey, how's life?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm fine, I guess.
I saw Meowie in the window. Are you coming to greet me? Yeah. Yeah.
Scared me so much.
I saw you in the window.
Oh. I have fire going, so I hope Meowie leaves me alone. Tell Meowie to go away. You go play with Meowie. Go give her a rat. A mouse. Alright. And then we'll turn this to prisoner, and then I'll take Pitosh over. And we'll have these two kind of not be... They're dangerous.
I forgot the... Oh, it's okay.
What do you want to talk about?
Nothing.
No, Madam will heal herself. Good for her. Hey, bolt action rifle. I like that gun, but it's not very good. It does a lot of damage and has a lot of stopping power. So 3 recruits and 2 sacrifices. No slaves. That seems... Maybe these 2 should be the slaves. Or just blood farms. We're down to 7. We got 5 of their people, almost 6. Pirate gunner. Okay. Raish, he's our chef. Both psychically dull. He has a 3 in medical, so he can at least do it. He has a 0 in medical, he can at least do it. He has a 5 in medical. He's gonna be our new doctor. These 2, you're going to be far. You're gonna be blood. You can make blood. That's a great job. Right? Just sell his blood every little bit. Hello.
Mama.
Do you want my attention? Do you want to talk?
No, I just need to sit down and I can't sit on
You
my
can
bed
be
like
on my stream. You're a big part of my life. You can be on all the time. Tell everybody what you think. Nobody's watching.
Good, because I don't know what I think. Hi, baby. You're following me around. Come here. Come here. Jesse holds you. Will you let me hold you too?
Daytime in the night. Oh, squid, I didn't know.
Heck yeah. Well, maybe not.
She'd be asleep. What's up?
I was just going to try to hold her, but she didn't want to cuddle like that. Just you, I guess.
She just likes it when she likes it. She comes up to you and goes, love me, love me, love me. She's not very nice.
Well, I never really hold her. I like pick her up and put her down, but I never really hold her like you do. And
Well, I'm excited for my soup and my lettuce.
well, I don't know what kind of soup you got, but you got plenty of lettuce.
Or my lettuce and my sandwich.
They didn't have a great choice of bread for as big a fucking store as they are.
I'll get different stuff tomorrow. My food card hits tomorrow, and I'll
Okay.
get a few things. I was maybe thinking about frying up some bacon and having breakfast.
Oh, well, if you want to do that, that's fine.
I mean, you probably don't want it, but you got your sandwich stuff, or I could fix extra if you do. Man, my feet are filthy. Holy cow, and wow. I gotta find some
It's up
socks.
to you, girl. You're the only one who can do it. He dropped 16 medicine. I'm going to use them all. And we have all the herbal medicine. I'm still going to use all his medicine. Bam, bam, bam. How's Zoe? Wandering. Let's put her home. You can go anywhere you want. It's like inside. How about backyard Hillary? No, it was him. You have to tend to him because he's... So lot to clean up, I don't deny it. Puppy, you get to sleep with the adults. In the head. Feeding phase to now you run it. This is in his torso, we'll just have to try to keep up with it. How are you?
Good. Would you want a bacon and egg sandwich like I made when Adam was at Grandma's house? That's pretty good.
Okay.
I thought they were pretty good. You think they're pretty good?
Yes.
I just love the fire.
Me too. I am doing fire now instead of rain.
It's warmer. Rain's cold.
They can hear me. They can hear me well. My audio's fixed.
What now?
I fixed this.
Oh. How'd you know what was wrong? Just fiddled with it?
There was nothing wrong.
Tinkered with it? Hey, Katie. Alright, I'm gonna get some bacon frying because
Should we be together?
that will smell good.
Do you want to spend time together?
If you want to, it's good for me.
Do you want to watch TV?
Yeah, we can watch.
Yeah,
There'd be a lot of things I wouldn't mind watching.
I don't have a lot of subscriptions to everything. The anime one just works for no reason. I just go get a lot of those for nothing. But there's a
You're
lot of
puffy.
things I can't watch.
I have HBO Max on my phone subscription. We could put it on a laptop and watch something. Hmm?
We should figure that out.
bacon.
That's what I'm gonna do. Instead of getting it prepackaged like we always do, I went over to where they cut the meat. Sorry.
Listen to Cat.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for you. Put your hand in the candle. Oh my gosh. What is going on? I'm sorry that happened.
I'm trying something new.
Oh, look at that.
Pepper bacon. Peppercorn bacon.
You like it really thick. Look how thick those are.
I know.
This will be really good. Oh my lord. I don't know if she wants attention or what the hell is going on. Squid, why are you overdosing? Just because there are drugs around all the time doesn't mean you have to do them all the time. Generalized toxic effects due to overconcentration of drugs in the bloodstream. Consciousness 50%. Should I arrest him? Until he can come down? He can't control himself. I think he needs to be put in a room. Not a 25-degree room, but it's this room. Squids, I love you, man, but what the flying fuck? Don't kill you. I guess you saw a lot in that last battle. A lot of people die. It healed a lot of people. Being nice to see all the people. No, don't release him. No interaction. You're not ready. Looks still bleeding. Links is fine. Go ahead and Adam's healing. Quality is spotted. They want a new leader. You look like a substitute teacher. I guess it makes sense you'd be by a substitute reaper. Given the foot, we don't have any food. Who cooks? Is she cleaning? I told her to research. Dog. He's in dog space. He won't know if he's not. And Kalish. Watching TV. Just chilling. You thought that was scary? Well, that was relaxed. Let's go do some real shit, man. But you're the donkey, but you're the bear, but you're the mega sloth. But you're the humans. Thank you, Cait. She's not afraid. Who's my wardens? Cait. Oh, you do it too. not sure about this. I don't know what to do with them. It's gonna be a long winter. We're eating raw food pretty much. We're gonna eat their friends. We might slaughter the cows for food. I have survival packs if like we really need it. My back is bad. Oh, she might want a death rest. Maybe we'll just go ahead and go do that. Maybe give a speech before you go. 76 here. What about in the temple? 81. From the altar. Do it from the altar. I have 2 of them. Or the ideogram. Reader speech. If all goes well, listeners will feel inspired and gain respect. I like speeches. I like debates. Now we can release him. Now he's nice and high and happy. In jail. He'd be happy to get out. I'm about to go death rest, everybody. Puppy, you're now a full-fledged member of the team. Lynx, I didn't see you in the last battle. I hope you're feeling better. You're a crafter, so you gotta get all the walls up. Madam, good shit. You were our healer last battle. Probably wouldn't have saved half the prisoners without you. We're gonna sell them or recruit them, so it's up to you. Dog, my husband, my baby daddy. You're in charge while I'm asleep. Khalees, you're number 1. You're ace. Number 1 man, right hand. And our ideology is vampires. And our thoughts on how to be polite and how to be cordial to our guests. We have a lot of them. Squid, you're out. Call the Espada, they want a new leader. You look like a substitute teacher. I guess it makes sense you'd be beat by a substitute reaper. Put a bigger hole through your chest than gain when I spit flames like a Metabrasu. Claiming you plan everything from the start. How do you like eating your friends? Need to eat your parents, motherfucker. My back is terrible, terrible, terrible. Squids, you're back. I thought that was scary, but that was relaxed. Do you want to spend some time together?
Do you? I mean, I'd like to if you want to. If you don't want to, I can find something else to do. That's no worries.
I just,
I'm doing a deep dive QuickBooks whenever I'm not out here, so
oh, gosh.
that's my entire weekend. I can start anytime.
Save you from that.
If you need to step away from one screen and stretch out on the bed, and let's watch an hour or so of something and eat together and then maybe split up again, if that sounds okay to you.
I guess whatever you want. The TV over there doesn't really have sound, so I'd have to turn it on this screen, but I guess that's not a problem.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's not a big deal. But I don't know what you want to watch. I don't have a lot. I don't have streaming services really right now. So.
You want to explore my HBO Max on a laptop?
Oh right.
I mean, those are all movies, and I'm not really a movie person, but I could watch part of one or something.
I really don't want to.
That's okay.
I wouldn't mind having days where we do things together. I just really thought today was not one of them.
Hey, that's fine. I'm just making myself available if you want it. If you don't, it's no worries.
It's the 1st of the month and it's a Friday and I don't have rent.
I'm just cooking, and then I can go in the room, put on my jammies, and do some QuickBooks.
And watch a movie on your laptop.
Because I can watch a movie that I'd rather see on my phone, on you. I don't even really want to do it. It's just an option for something for us to watch if you want to.
Okay. Well, maybe tomorrow Saturday, maybe we can play Pokemon together and we can watch a movie and we could cook together and we could clean together and reassess and reorient. I'm so nervous about rent, but I guess maybe I'll read my rights that Brenda and Mary gave me and...
You know, the true test of faith is keeping your faith during the uncertain times.
Well,
so, you know, I am not scared. I don't know what's going to happen, but I trust that something will. Just like in Pueblo, getting the job is the biggest thing because that will get me out around people, and people have resources and they know other people, and things come together. The job has to be the very next big thing for me, and it needs to happen really fast. I have a resume that will support what the kind of ads that I'm answering, but it's been a long time. I worked on the very first version of QuickBooks. Do you know how many versions they've had in the last 50 years? So, it's just going to take some...
I don't know. No, I don't know, but...
Well, a lot. They've come a long way, baby. So,
Whoa.
It makes my energy field expand when I think about that. I mean, I'm probably going to have to work full time. One of the ads that I answered was for hybrid, which would be great. And the office is just in Johnstown at the end of 34, down a little bit. So it's going to be
such
okay.
good ideas.
Actually now I'm worried about making too much money. Because, I don't have to worry about it till the end of the year, but for the next fiscal year, because of my Social Security, I can only make so much money before I have to pay back. So that's stupid. But if I'm making enough money, it'll be worth it. And I'm really planning on going full out for the next 3 years while I can. And I'm hoping to bank a lot of money, get you on disability, and we got to keep that a point. We're going to Zoom with Alexa next Monday at 3 o'clock after you don't really have a 1 o'clock because he's kind of changing you over to somebody else because he's not licensed for the disability. So...
Well, I'm getting used to my space in here, my screens, and sitting here and talking.
It's a pretty nice little space, don't you think? I do.
Yes.
We're gonna have to maybe get some fresh tape on that and a bunch more things, because the front part is no longer touching the ceiling, and that's scary. You need a stepping stool. Is that chair strong enough to stand on, that one? It's a little wobbly.
I don't know. Maui, what are you doing?
Hi. You love me. You love me. You're hard to play with. 'Cause you hurt. 'Cause you hurt. You want to catch a bee? You want to catch a bee? Oh, better not do that. This was Grandma's. Grandma's bee bracelet.
That's sweet.
Honeybees.
That's very sweet.
Well, I feel okay about everything. Everything that can be done is being done.
Well, that makes me feel better for sure.
Well, the lights are on, the internet's on, both for another month, and they can't make us leave right now, even if they wanted to. I'm just worried about my car. Your car.
Well, I'm excited for Christmas and a new year.
I am too. Even if you stay here, when I get rocking and rolling, we can get a remnant piece of carpet for $75 and cover this up. Not take it out, just cover it up. And then I'll give extra cushion for your feet.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I hate it.
I'm sorry.
And I'm so glad you let me put that down underneath your feet.
Yeah, that was nice. This is nice.
It fit perfectly, huh? Almost like
you
it's
made it.
tailor-made.
You made it. Well, I'm excited to eat whatever you're making.
I hope I like the pepper bacon. Never had pepper bacon. I forgot the card, so I couldn't go into King Soopers.
I feed her.
So I didn't get any gas either. That's going to be the first thing I have to do when I leave next time. I went into that liquor store. It had kind of weird energy. You know, I feel like I heard the Holy Spirit say, you need to get back among your own kind. You'll have a much better success if you're among your own kind. And my own kind are educated, middle class, up people. No judgment on the people at all. I just feel like I heard him say, you know, you got that college degree so you don't have to be on your feet all day.
God bless you.
So go do that. Go put it to use.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like my college degree cost you yours.
No.
I saw a bunch of little computer shops tucked in little plazas for PC repair and stuff. I know you don't want to do that, but I think about you when I see those places.
Thank you.
You know, and it may be that you get enough of a disability designation to help get the job in the interview. Because at some point you could still be capable of doing what God gave your brains to do. Maybe not, but maybe so.
Hey, Maui.
I don't know, just one day at a time.
Why are you so nice? Hi. Hi.
I don't want to be fretting or regretting.
Are you sitting in front of the heater?
She does like the heat.
I'm just warming up my sides and my butt and my face. Maui. Maui. Meow, meow, meow. That's how you speak, right? You say, ah! Eee! 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 Like that. Yeah! That's what you say. That's your noise. Meow, meow, meow. You have claws. Meow, 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 meow. Maui.
Hey, little girl. Yeah, you better watch my big ass feet. Or my little bitty feet, but my big ass pushes it.
It smells really good.
Here's your
Whatever it
ashtray.
is. Yeah, okay.
There's a mess.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
Good.
Are you happy?
I am. I'm happy because you're peaceful. I mean, I feel like you're back. 2 mornings in a row, you woke up not tormented and sad and...
You gave us food to eat. So there for him.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay.
Am
Am I bothering you?
Well, I just asked if you wanted to do this, and
I'm cooking and I'm sitting down and then
Okay.
I'm cooking and then I'm sitting down and then I'm cooking and then I'm sitting
Well,
down.
you are bothering me. Why don't you turn on something on the TV? Why don't you play? Or why don't you watch Luffy? If you watch Luffy, you should do it on camera.
I'll get something that's great
Right.
enough for you. What?
I said, right?
I guess I didn't hear all of what you said. Watch.
I said, right? I said, watch Luffy. I said, watch Luffy. Or whoever.
Luffy.
We can watch Deku
I haven't seen them for a
or
while.
Asta.
What's the one where he cooks?
Food Wars.
I like that one.
I don't know if I can get that. I don't know how to stream. I might not be able to. It's only the ones I can get for free on the thing.
I
And
never
even
saw
then, it won't
the-
have sound.
Yeah, but you got closed captioning. I
That's
can't
what
hear
you
the
want
sound
anyway.
anyway.
That's what you want anyway, huh?
Yeah, because I can't understand. If I hear them, sometimes I can't understand.
It's too loud. This is the screaming cartoons. It's gonna be like that too.
Oh my gosh, this looks good. You are gonna like this.
Hit him on the head with a hammer, don't they scream?
Anita.
Can I eat that?
In a few minutes.
Do I deep fry it or what do you want to do?
I was
Maybe
gonna.
some mayonnaise?
Yes. I was gonna. I missed the toaster, but it's been knocked around so much I don't think it works.
It's up here. I'll just sell that stuff. Well, I want to take the weekend to kind of reassess what I'm doing and see if I can do better.
I do, and it comes naturally to you. You're good at it. And yes, I hope every day you keep taking steps to.
Well, I want to look and see what other people are doing on Twitch and what they're doing on TikTok and what they're doing.
Well, nobody's doing what you're doing.
I don't know what you're doing.
There's not that many intellectual people out there doing anything.
We're not, what am I doing that's intellectual? Yeah.
Kind of translating.
I'm really just playing games or just watching videos or doing that shit.
Do you want a fried egg? That's the easiest way to.
Oh, what? How did it change? It's so good. It's so weird.
Ah, I bet it's a toaster. Smells electric.
I don't know. It smells chemical.
I kind of thought that when I came in.
Meow, 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 meow.
I thought maybe you had left a burner on or something. I smelled that earlier too. That was kind of cool. The filmmakers also. Is it done yet? It's too hot. Well, you're probably going to have to cut it to 50%. I heard your bread.
Are you frying up all of it?
I was going to.
Are you
I'm going to eat my fair share.
Melanie. No, this is good about my treats. We don't have any treats for Meowie. We need to go look when you're there, buy some. Oh, I know what you're doing. You can have one of these. Meowie.
With the scissors.
Meowie, meowie.
Here's the scissors.
Meowie, meowie. Meowie. Here, you give it to me. I'm supposed to take it.
Roll it across the floor, Chase. Uh-oh.
Meowie.
I'm a good girl. I'm always afraid they're going to go under the refrigerator.
I think you put it under this.
What's that?
No, she put it under this blanket. Meowie. Are you playing with it or are you eating it? Meowie. married it.
Oh, you gotta choose. Why don't you do here? Why don't you do 2 fresh ones? Don't want a great sandwich with burnt bread. Do we want it on the panini maker maybe?
That's okay.
Let's do it this way.
This is great.
Really, because it's brown.
It's great. That's what I like. Are you happy?
I'm really happy. I'd be happier if you weren't eating that burnt bread. I'm gonna make some fresh bread. It'd be really good sandwich.
No, no, please no, please no.
And I'll take it.
I'm thinking about what I should do with my time. I feel like watching other people's content from my content is not fair. Or it's not good. I can put time into me. Maybe it'll be something I can video edit. Maybe it won't. I want to learn how to do those things. I want to make more videos. I want to do more video games. Talking. I like watching other people's videos and talking about what they're talking about. I like current events. Anything that's breaking or just happening. I
That's
like
where
to
you
talk
shine,
about
too.
anime. I like to talk about my video games. I just wish I knew how to put this on YouTube. I wish I want to spend more time trying to understand what other people do. What other people are doing. Are they painting? Are they drawing Naruto? I want to draw Naruto.
I hope you can taste past the burnt bread.
Yeah. That is so good. Thank you so much. We're eating 4 of their members. We're enslaving 2 for blood. And then the other 3, I think we're going to recruit. No slaves. Half of our crew are going to be Yeti. Idikin. They're all good with animals. That's because we're like a ranch. But their hyper ideology. I don't even believe in idea. I'm above that. Ideology. It's for people who can't think outside the box. Do 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 do. Puppy, she playing a lot. She have a schedule really? I just have it sleep in the nighttime.
That bacon's good, huh?
Excuse me?
That bacon's good, huh?
It's too good.
And it's no more expensive. In fact, it might even be a little less expensive than the prepackaged stuff. Time to cut our meat fresh. Fresh ham. Fresh bacon.
What do I do with my mom?
Can I have one of your sodas?
Please, go ahead. Does Puppy ever go outside? Sometimes, but not really. Just out in the temple. On the gene room, and Mommy's sarcophagi. They want to join because they're 18 and 11. They don't want to join. They're the warriors too. They're just relax. Oh, Puppy, put it on. That hat signifies slave in my colony. Judge tied all the time. We should give her something different. A cowboy. You thought that was scary? Well, that was relaxed. Be chewing the ground until the planet collapsed. And I'm thinking you want panther fur. Panther fur for the kid. Have panther fur. Cowboy hat. You guys believe in AGI? Do you believe? Do you believe in AGI? Can they do it? Can they really do it? What about Boko Haram?
Just acting like I'm chasing her.
How are you, Mom?
Good, just hanging out. Hanging in. I like the bacon.
Me
A
too.
lot. My hair's getting long again, huh?
Oh, it's good. I should cut mine off.
Pretty short. No, you shouldn't. But you should comb it when it's wet, because then the curls will be fresh. If you never comb it, then it just gets frizzy. If you comb it when it's dry, it'll pull out the curls. But if you do it when it's wet, it'll make the curls better. Yep, it will.
Okay.
Do you mind if I sit here while I'm cooking? I won't have to talk to you. I'll turn something on.
No, turn something on. Thank you.
Does that automatically turn the TV on? It does. Okay. It comes on, and then it goes off.
It sometimes says that. You like Lucy?
Yeah. I'm glad I saw how he came on the scene.
The barrel?
Yeah. But that was a rough ride. Look at the kitty. She likes having that door open because it gives her more room to run and slide.
Kitty, where are you? Where are her eggs?
One's in the bathroom sink.
I roll them around. Does she have
I want to get some potatoes and start making French fries.
I guess 1, 2,
So I'll just do it like that.
Mine still tastes good.
Well, there's enough to make you another one. I didn't use all the bacon, so if you want another one, I'll make it.
Okay. If you really mean it.
I do. Do you, instead of that one or in addition to that one?
Instead of that one or addition to? I'm already eating the one I have.
Okay.
Wait, what are you saying?
Do you want to replace that one or do you want a second helping?
I thought you were gonna make me a second helping.
I can do that. I'm going to have my first helping first. But
I hope so. No, I can't see what this thing is like.
Squirtle. Well, I'm very happy and very peaceful and very cozy and I feel loved and I'm just thankful to be here and that you're okay.
Well, I'm happy you're happy.
It's really important to keep the strife out of the house because that's a foothold in for the devil. Why are they scared of you?
I think
I'm not reading it. I'll get my glasses on.
I have to look. He said, I'm here looking for Zorro. And they got afraid. Do you know Zorro?
I know Tonio Banderas.
Who's that?
He played Zorro
Oh.
with Catherine Zeta-Jones or whatever her name is.
Oh. You should watch that.
I'd watch that. It's kind of a love story. And a bandit, and a good bandit. Well, you want my phone to see what you can find on HBO Max?
You want me to be on HBO Max? Watching it?
I got the trash over here if you feel like it in the later tonight to do her thing, that'd be nice.
If you need me to what?
I said I got the trash sitting over here. If later tonight you want to clean her litter box, the trash is waiting for you.
You guys like One Piece? I'm watching episode 2. I like Alabasta not much. And I like Inu not much. And Naruto. So I use blue most. It's all gone terribly